Want to know what you can expect over the next 1 to 3 days? I can help you with that, my friend. Gublewan, everyone. I'm Aurea Eden, and this is Daily Predictions, your news before the news. Gublewan means good, blessed, and wonderful. So the day's energy is centered around business, taking care of business. I know this video is late, so I'll go ahead and tell you that that you still have time to take care of some kind of business. I would have told you earlier that your bosses would be out and about seeking whom they may hire, advance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, Now, so this is the day for quality checks. But yesterday we had a last quarter moon. Last quarter moon means it's time to relax, relate, and release. Okay. The relax part, well, I'll tell you about that in a second. But the release part, the declutter part, the it's time to like minimize part, um the that stuff that's not good for you, okay? And so that's here in the energy over the next 1 to 3 days or so. So we'll see news coming up having to do with people letting people go, people, friends falling out and no longer being friends, relationships ending, um, bills, old bills that were there not being there anymore. Okay, that's the type of energy here that I'm seeing. I'm also seeing that there's going to be openings and new entrances. So we'll hear more about passage. And specifically, I'm picking up on like history, like antiques. Like history is going to be prominent over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Um, Antiques, having to do with vintage items, that type of thing. I'm specifically picking up a vintage pair of earrings that we'll hear about. It could be something found, but vintage jewelry being found, but also bones. What do they call it? I'm going to learn what they call it. Anthropologists, the ones that go digging up the bones. And I typically would say, all right, y'all go digging up something y'all don't want to find, because back then they was about that life. and they held all their secrets back then. They knew that they knew what they know, okay? But anyway, so I see bones, okay? Bones being found, but not just old bones from back then, old bones from now. So we're seeing the lost being found. I'm still picking up on a lot of water energy. I tell you to keep your babies close to you right now. Make sure you're keeping an eye out on your kids. Don't let your kids just run out in the yard unattended, and don't let your kids be running around the store unattended right now. This is coming from someone out of love, and not someone that's trying to tell you how to raise your kids, okay? I'm telling you this because I know what's coming up in the energy. I'm specifically seeing drownings, okay? Now, I saw this before, but the last time I said I see bodies in waters, then there was a baby, there was several babies that came up in water over those last the few days or so ago, but I didn't post it. But you go read my video, you go listen to my video, you will find it. And I tell you, you know, watch out for these babies. Okay, specifically, schools, graduations, beef up security in graduations, because I am picking up on a lot of mass shooting, and I'm getting a lot of youthful energy. Okay, I get the old and the youth, so there's also meaning there's going to be endings over the next 1 or 3 days, and that's completion of assignments and transitions into the spirit, and so that means death. Okay, what happens when that happens is that when someone dies, someone's reborn. And so, for someone specific today, I want you to know that you are pregnant as we speak. And I'm not a medical doctor. I'm telling you, I'm prophesying to you right now, telling you what I'm being told to tell you is that you're having a son. Energetically, that's in the energy. So you will find out here over the next few days or so that you're actually pregnant and you're actually having a son. And some of you may have already just got that news and may have not have shared that. But this is not for everybody. And like I said, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a medical doctor, nor am I an attorney, nor am I a uh, finance advisor, okay? But if you know like I know, then you know, okay? So speaking of no, let your no be no, okay? Over the next few days or so. This is a day to where although um there's going to be attention to things that many do not pay attention to, um, there's going to be a negative response um, to a certain degree in the world to a certain thing. Um, and there's going to be people saying, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't go with you tonight. I got stuff to do, because they're trying to do get it done because this energy today is for what? Taking care of business. Um, but I do see things don't go as people expect it to go, and the no can be shocking to some. Okay, the no may be shocking to some. So I see, and this no could be a bill that most people would expect people to be in favor of. It gets a no over the next 1 to 3 days, so it gets voted against. Okay, so this is giving me like house energy. This is giving me uppers government type energy here. So I see a bill being rejected. All right. Um, and something about veto. Something could be actually vetoed out. Vetoed out. We've been seeing this a lot. Oh, some of the things that President Biden, former President Biden at the time, signed and put into place um, concerning policing. Okay, and for some of these states that were under investigation, now that's null and void. Okay, they're going up against that. So that's the type of energy that we're going to be seeing over the next 1 to 3 days. Um, a lot of pettiness, if I'm being all honest. It's petty. It's petty. It's like our leaders be going back and forth with each other. And that's why things can't really get done, because we can't even come together on the things that we agree about. Sometimes we just got to go with the things that we're so far fetched, right? That we want to tackle the things that we don't agree about. Let's first tackle the stuff that we do agree about. Let's come on common ground. Let's build the foundation first. Let's go to the base of the matter and get down to the bottom of it. And then we can build up from there. You see, but right now it's too much pettiness. And speaking of pettiness, I'm picking up on some military energy, specifically the veterans. Um, so we'll hear news about the veterans over the next 1 to 3 days. I also am picking up on specifically something about a petty officer. I'm picking up on Navy ships. So that's coming up. Women's issues like cervix and cervix talk. So something about the women's reproductive organs. This could have something to do with protections against incidents like what happened in Palm Springs, California, when that fertility center was bombed. Okay, so protections and get stuff like that. This is just something that we may hear come up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. But also it could have something to do with women's rights, women's health, that type of thing, rejections and refusals based on that. Okay. Um, I'm also seeing a lot coming in about chemicals and radiation. Japanese energy is in the energy. Japan is in the energy here. Um, I'm I'm also picking up on some old ancient stuff. I'm just gonna say that some stuff that just some old ancient stuff. But I tell people, y'all go digging up these old bones, you're gonna find something. Some of these old bones. I digress. All all right. So I'm also seeing here. I just thought I heard something behind my head, child. Okay. I'm also seeing here something coming up about Oregon. Okay, something coming in about Oregon. Um, we're gonna hear something about the jewelry. About the jewelry. This could be the Diddy case, but something about a jewelry. Um, Target. Target is in the energy. So we might hear something coming up about Target. This could be the store, but this could be something aimed at a target, okay? Because I am seeing shooting and stuff like that. So that's why I say keep your babies close, because I'm still picking up on a little bit of mass shooting energy here. Okay, that's still there. Pervert and predator energy is still here. Drowning energy is still here. um Drugs, like drugs could be drug bust, because I'm picking up on police activity. Medicine, I'm picking up on suicidal activity here. I'm picking up like hangings. I'm picking up on drug overdose. So if you are working in these nursing homes and stuff like that, make sure you're managing these meds, because I'm seeing something about a medication overdose here. I see some being accidental, but some being purposeful. You know what I mean? And so I'm also seeing um, that coming in. That Yeah, some stuff coming in about drugs and LSD. Okay, LSD. Um, and that new, it's a new drug coming out for something. I forget what it's called, what it's for, but I'm picking up on news about that coming in. And that didn't help you at all, did it? I know, but just know that drugs is in the energy, so you're gonna hear a lot about drug bust. And I'm also seeing people beat to death, like beat to death. All right, beat and kill someone. So I see somebody beating up somebody, killing someone. That is in the energy, and that is for multiple people, unfortunately. So hearts go out to these families. It might not happen uh, today, but tomorrow, it was between today and tomorrow, not safe, okay? Not safe. But I see beating up and kill, pistols and revolvers, still energy in the energy here. Um, I'm also seeing something being put on pause. This could be a relationship that took a break. And so it could be a relationship. It could be we're going to table this matter for a second. It could be talks like that. Okay. But definitely consequences. So I see, like, it almost seems like vengeful. It almost seems like revenge. So that could be domestic violence. But I'm seeing like aggravated assaults and stuff like that happening. Um, Despite that, I still see completions. I see things being completed. I still pick up a lot of like entertainment energy coming up. So this I'm not certain as to what the entertainment industry is doing, but I'm seeing a lot about maybe like the tabloids, books, newspapers, stuff like that. Stuff having to do with print is what I'm seeing, like written works. And then series. I see like a new series coming in as well. But it could be how the tariffs might affect, printed publications. I'm not certain about that, but I'm just guesstimating on what that could be here. Um, I'm also seeing something coming in about marks and impressions. So this could be talks about the mark of the beast. This could be talks about like marks like or somebody named Mark. We are going to hear about somebody named Mark over the next 1 to 3 days or so. But it could be like marks like talks about like identifying marks, okay? Identification or some kind of marks here. I did get like prison energy, so maybe it's the one that has the marks on his face that's going to be easily identifiable or something like that. I'm also picking up on something about photography, so a lot of arts and craft stuff, a lot like having to do with that. um so I'm picking up on that. I told you about conception here, and conception of twins more than likely, because I'm not just getting reproduction, I'm getting duplicate. So uh surprise, not one but two, boo. Not one but two. Um I'm also seeing here something having to do with more cuts. So we're going to be seeing stuff about cuts, like, and this is like price cuts and stuff like that. This could be interesting is I said price cut because I don't know about that, but that's I'm gonna read what the energy tells me. um Clothing, fabric, and stuff like that I'm picking up on here. All right, let me see. Bob, somebody by the name of Bob. We'll hear about somebody by the name of Bob in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Um, I am picking up on something about somebody British. That doesn't help, but I'm picking up on like Bob might be a British person, I'm not sure, but I'm picking up on somebody by the name of Bob, and I'm seeing like an adult female, like it could be adult female here. Maybe her name is Bobby and it's not Bob, okay? But that's what we're going to hear in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so, or an article. I'm also seeing a lot about could be Bobby, okay? Bobby. Somebody being bound though, not being able to move. So, like I said, if you're a woman, this energy says take care of you too. Take care of you and take care of the babies, boo. All right? Take care of you and take care of the babies. Because I'm picking up on like serial killer energy. All right? Fishing incidents as well. Here. Uh, I told you that, people would be stumbling and falling and slipping here. So if you own a business, you want to make sure that you have your floors clean and clear. Um, and watch out, because, the moon is in Pisces, and people are feeling really like easy going, so to speak, really lazy energy over these last 2 days or so. But we're going to move out of that tomorrow. So if you've been feeling like sluggish and lazy, that's the reason why. It's not you. There's nothing wrong with you. You just got hit by that energy and you didn't know what to do with it. And so it's actually a good thing to a certain extent that you're able to recoup and revitalize your energy here. All right. So, yeah. So maintenance and mechanics is going to take precedence here. Um, I am picking up on catching something, so I still feel like they're close to catching one of the inmates, if not more than one. Okay. Okay. A lot of boat activity. I'm still seeing activity here. Like if you are a hiker, pay attention to your surroundings, because I see a lot in the news coming in about hikers. I'm also picking up on like snake and weasel and vermin type activity. So specifically for hikers, you want to watch where you step. Okay, take one of those mirrors with you just so you get caught in a sticky situation. Wear a mirror around your neck so you can shine that mirror into a snake's eyes if you end up being face to face with one. I'm also picking up on travel and cruises. We'll hear more about travel and cruises over the next 1 to 3 days or so. So it could be something happening on a cruise ship, okay? Because I'm getting something about a journey. Okay. Um, I'm also seeing that um, there's going to be something about people grouping together here, grouping something together here. Like, I feel like that's like discrimination in a sense. Like, I don't know. I just keep picking up bully energy. Okay. Um, but I'm getting flocks of animals, sheep, goats, that type of thing. So we'll be talking about over the next 1 to 3 days or so how I guess it's going to be like a lot of animal activity, um, because my animals have been at it these last 2 days. They got out this morning, and I was like, "What is really going on?" Okay, let me see. Chewy is a stock to watch out for. Okay, Chewy is a stock to watch out for. I mean, animals might be chewing on stuff too, but I am picking up on something about Chewy. They changing hands, but um, watch out for the Chewy stock. Okay, um, because I feel like that's going to be significant. Um, but a lot of steel horse activity in the energy as well. I'm seeing, like I said, the chew could also be animals chewing on stuff. I'm seeing unpleasant consequences. Somebody going to face the consequences for their actions. We're going to see like that punishment activity coming in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Like, we're going to see more about like people having to face the consequences for their actions here. So a lot of policy and policing being put in place. I also see something being put on hold. We'll hear about something being put on hold. Um, this could be a big purchase that you might have wanted to make. Um, this could be a big purchase that government might have wanted to make, but delay is not denial. It's just temporary. Okay. Sometimes I told one of my clients that sometimes what ends up happening is the delay is actually set in place to save your life, or that delay is actually set in place for you to meet somebody on the road, somebody in need, so. But animal bites here, nibbles, shark attacks, that type of thing is still in the energy. A lot of drinking is in the energy here as well. I'm picking up on somebody also too by the name of Brad. All right. Brad is in the energy as well. I'm also getting a lot of like electrical work needed. Something coming in about electricians and electrical work, because I see a lot about electrical work. This could be a repeat energy of like um like electric shocks and stuff like that. But look, I am picking up on somebody like pushing somebody on the train tracks, like pushing somebody on the train tracks. Um, I'm seeing people trying to hinder somebody from being able to go somewhere. So um, it could be like rules and laws put in place to where, certain people are not going to be able to go here, they're not going to be able to go there. They're immobilized, like this could have something to do with immigration here, to where those that are here, they say where they can and cannot go, so to speak. I'm also picking up on religious activities. Okay, now over the next 1 to 3 days, we're going to see people transitioned in the spirit. Okay, so basically, that's, a mass situation that leads to death. Okay, but it's people that completed their cycle. So it's going to be like typically the elderly, um, from what I'm seeing here. But sometimes that's not the case. So hearts go out to anybody who's going to be affected by this energy here. A lot of energy coming in about the LGBTQIA community. Um, I'm seeing immoral and unpleasant acts coming in. Something coming in about I see earthquakes coming in. I see frauds. I see swindlers. Um, I said earthquakes with an S at the end. It could just be an earthquake, but it's in the energy here. Watch your belongings, because yesterday I picked up on crick energy, and then I see somebody snatching something. Okay, and so like I said, this could be like theft energy, because I am picking up on theft. Okay, I'm also picking up on like eggs. Something could come in about eggs. Um, Again, as well as um, it could be like one of those smash and grab type of situations. But but I see like theft, like I told you it was gonna be pickpocketers and stuff like that. So I see a robbery taking place. Um, yeah, like a robbery taking place, and also about a pit. There was a situation to where a man fell down into a hole at a construction site. So this is some more type of news that we're going to be hearing over the next 1 to 3 days or so. It might be a mine, like a mine shaft, or something having to do with excavation. But this is the type of energy that I'm picking up on the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm not giving it to you all like I want to give it to y'all, but I'm trying to catch up on this energy, because it could be overwhelming for me at sometimes to go into this and gather this information. It's like sometimes I get overloaded, and it's like, yeah. Have you ever seen a computer that had too much data? Okay. Well, I love you. Good blood, one hearts go out. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out. Bye.